funny to put it. You know what I mean? It's one of those years like, yeah, just like about that year. Sometimes it's been, it's just also not.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I think sometimes the things that are so rewarding about them compromise. It's
And that's also not all quiet. There's other things. Australia started talking about it, like it's going wonderful. And that's been a life-changing experience too. I wouldn't have done that. So there's been plenty of other great stuff. So it's been I would say year of extremes, especially that. It's really not some of the worst, but I'm there for it, you know. Let's get it, people.
sometimes even too much of the good stuff is hard too. You know, I just want a little more.
I want to wave away my truce. Can we enter into this together a little bit? How about you? Yeah, I do.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Napa Valley Unitarian Universalists. This afternoon we're thrilled to be offering something very special, a performance of Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. We're especially proud to be featuring this play written by a man who was a Unitarian. And you can read more about Charles Dickens and the play in your program. So our children and their parents started working on this play back in September, and they've been rehearsing most weekends and even some weeknights to get together for you today. Last Saturday they performed the play at the Meadows, and this morning they performed it for the congregation. So our young performers today range in age from 4 to 19. Feel free to laugh, scream, clap, etc., anything you like. If there are small children who would like to come up front and sit up here, you're welcome to do that right now. Just come on up and sit down. After the performance, we have lots of yummy cookies and cider and coffee for you. We hope you'll stick around with us. And at this time, something very important. I need you to silence your cell phones. Seriously, you do not want to be the person who's on this videotape or cell phone. I will find you. I'm the minister here, by the way. My name's Bonnie Phillip. At the end of the performance, we're going to be passing baskets for voluntary donations. Any cash donations or checks that are not specifically designated for the church will be given to the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee, which does human rights work, and right now they're working on immigrant justice and helping immigrants resettle in many different countries in Europe. And I think Charles Dickens would have really approved of this cause. So please don't be a Scrooge when we pass a basket. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you A Christmas Carol.
Once upon a time, upon a Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. His clerk, Bob Cratchit, sat nearby in the freezing cold room. A Merry Christmas, Uncle. Bah, humbug. Christmas? A humbug? Uncle, you don't mean that, I'm sure. I do. Out upon Merry Christmas, if I had my will. Every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding. He should. Uncle. Now, if you keep Christmas in your own way, let me keep it in mine. Keep it, but you don't keep it. Then let me leave it alone. Then much good as it's ever done you. I've always first Christmas as a good time. The kind of forgiving time. That's a good one. Good afternoon. I saved my Christmas ritual to the last one. Merry. Good afternoon. And Happy New Year. Good afternoon. His nephew left the room without an angry word, but the clerk, in letting Scrooge's nephew out, had let another person in.
At the festive season of the year, Mr.
be left alone. I help to support the prisons and the workhouses. They cost enough. And those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there. Many would rather die.
If they would rather die, they had better do it and decrease the surplus population.
The hour of shutting up the counting house arrived. Scrooge took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern and went home to bed.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Joe, get out of here! Leave! What do you want with me? Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Who were you then?
In life I was your partner, Jacob Bali.
The ghost sat down on the opposite side of the fireplace, as if he were quite used to it.
You don't believe in me.
I don't.
Oh!
Mercy! Dreadful apparition! Why do you trouble me? Why do spirits walk the earth? And why do they come to me?
If a spirit does not go forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death. My spirit never walked beyond our counting house. Mark me, my spirit never rode beyond our muddy changing hole, and weary journeys lie before me.
Scrooge was very much dismayed to hear the specter going on at this rate, and began to quake exceedingly.
I am here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance of escaping my dreadful fate. You will be haunted by 3 spirits. The first will come tomorrow night at the stroke of 12. The next on the second night at the same hour. And expect the third on the last night before Christmas, on the last stroke before 1. Look to see me no more.
Scrooge tried to say humbug, but stopped at the first syllable. Exhausted, he went straight to bed without undressing, and fell asleep on the instant. When Scrooge awoke, the church clock tolled a deep, dull, hollow room upon the instant, and the curtains of his bed were drawn aside by a strange figure, like a child.
Are you the spirit, sir, whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past. Rise and walk with me.
I am but mortal and liable to fall.
There, but a touch of my hand there, and you should be proud with more than this.
My old schoolhouse.
The school is not quite deserted. The solitary child neglected by his friends is up there still. Dear brother!
Van?
Ebenezer!
My sister, alive again.
I've come to bring you home.
Home with him?
Yes, home forever and ever. Father sent me to bring you home. She died, a woman, and had children, I think.
One child. She died bringing him into the school.
Your nephew,
Yes.
just like your mother died bringing you into this world, and your father never forgave you, as if it was you to blame.
The ghost moved to a certain warehouse and asked Scrooge if he knew of it.
Know it? Why, I apprenticed here. It's old Fezziwig, bless his heart. It's Fezziwig, alive again.
Here we are, Mr. Fezziwig.
Yo ho, my boys, no more work tonight. Christmas Eve, Christmas Ebenezer. Let's have the shutters.
Ebenezer does a dream I have quite often. One day, one Christmas day, I knocked upon as gayly pretty as good old Fezziwig.
I tried to see myself.
And what right our plans.
Friends were with the Lord.
And there'll be food.
And drink.
And presents full.
And you and I will be doing kinds of journey.
And everyone will love and admire us.
Boys, this will be our festive night. A night to remember. Oh, where's my dove? Oh, there's my beautiful wife. Clear away, my lads, and let's have lots of living. Yes, we must have dancing. Oh, yeah. Come on, boys, let's go. Dance with me first.
All that is making me really up, so full of gratitude. They spent a few kinds of good money. To the poor, perhaps. Is that so much they deserve this praise?
It isn't that spirit. He has the power to render us happy or unhappy. The happiness he gives is quite as great as if it costs a fortune.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I'd just like to say a word or two to my throat.
Don't be ridiculous.
Ebenezer, I'm not being ridiculous, and even if I were, isn't it proper to be ridiculous when you're in love?
I don't have time to be ridiculous. I have a career to think about.
Do you have time to be in love?
What was the fools?
Then I'm a fool who loves a man who does not love me. Another idol has displaced me,
One idol has replaced you.
a golden one.
I'm not changed towards you.
You are changed. When you made your promise to me, you were another man.
I was a boy, now I am a man. I must consider making a living. I do all I do for you.
You fool! For me?
Might is the key to all things.
No, Ebenezer. Love is the key. Companionship. We were one heart, but sadly, we are now two.
Oh, my dear Belle, we are still one.
Tell me, Ebenezer, would you seek me out and try to win me now?
I must think of my career.
idiot. Answer her.
I thought not. May you be happy in the life you've chosen, Ebenezer.
Spirit, show me no more. Conduct me home. Spirit, remove me from this place.
I told you, these are the shadows of things that have been. That they are, what they are. Don't blame me.
Haunt me no longer.
Jingle bells,
Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
No one's gonna miss you right on the shoulder. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. No one's gonna miss you right on the shoulder. Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Scrooge awoke in his bedroom. The walls and ceiling were so hung with living green that it looked like a perfect grove. There was food heaped everywhere. Upon this couch there sat a giant, glorious deceased, who bore a glowing torch.
Come in. Come in. And know me better, man. I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You have never seen the like of me before.
Never. Spirit, conduct me where you will. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me something, let me profit by it.
Well, take my robe.
Scrooge did as he was told and held it fast. The room and its contents all vanished instantly, and they stood in the city streets upon a snowy Christmas morning. Scrooge and the ghost passed on, invisible, straight to Scrooge's quarters.
Whatever has good precious father then, and your brother Tiny Tim?
No, no, it's father.
And how did little Tim behave?
As good as gold and better. He told me coming home that he hoped the people saw him in the church because he was a cripple, and it might be pleasant to them to remember on Christmas Day a who made blind men see and lame beggars walk. Merry Christmas, my dears. God bless us.
God bless everyone.
Tiny Tim sat very close to his father's side upon his little stool. Bob held his withered little hand in his, as if he loved the child and wished to keep him by his side, and dreaded that he might be taken from him. Scrooge asked of the spirit, with an interest he had never felt before,
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat by a poor chimney front and a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows are unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, Spirit. Oh no. Please, please say he will be spared.
If these shadows are unaltered by the future, none will find him here. What then? If he be like to die, then he'd better do it and decrease the surplus population. It may be under heaven that you are more worthless and less likely to live than 1,000,000 like this poor man's child.
Into Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon.
My dear, the children, Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas Day, I am sure, on which one thinks the health of such odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man, Mr. Scrooge.
My dear, Christmas Day.
Well, I'll drink to his health for your sake, and days not long for his long life. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
too.
More shame for him, Fred.
His offenses carry their own punishment, and I have nothing to say against him.
I'm sure he's very rich. At least you always tell me so.
His wealth is of no use to him. He doesn't do any good with it. He doesn't make himself comfortable with it.
Well, I have no patience for him.
Oh, I do. I'm sorry for him. A Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to the old man, whatever he is, to Uncle Scrooge.
As quickly as before, Scrooge found himself once more in his chambers, alone, as the clock struck 12. As the last stroke ceased to vibrate, he remembered the prediction of old Jacob Marley, and lifting up his eyes, beheld a solemn phantom, draped and hooded, coming towards him. When it came, Scrooge bent down upon his knees, for in the very air through which this spirit moved, it seemed to scatter gloom and mystery.
I am in the presence of the ghost of the future yet to come. You are about to show me the things that have not happened, but will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Spectre, Spirit of the future, you are the scariest image I've ever seen, but I'm ready to bear your company and do it with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me? Lead on, lead on. The night is waning fast, and it is precious time to me. Lead on.
I don't know right away. I only know he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
Why? What was the matter with him? I thought he never died.
God knows.
What has he done with his money?
I haven't heard.
Left it to his company, perhaps. He hasn't left it to me. That's all I know.
It's a small matter to be a very cheap funeral for upon my life. I don't know if anybody would go to it. Suppose we make up a party and volunteer.
I don't mind going if one should provide it, but I must be dead. What do you call this? Bed clothes?
Yes, bed cushions.
You don't mean to say it took him down from his old and mine do.
Yes, I do. Why not?
And his blankets?
He isn't likely to take cold without them.
I hope he didn't die of anything catching.
Ha ha ha.
If there is anybody in town who causes emotion by this man's death, truly testimony, Spirit, I beseech you.
The ghost conducted him to poor Bob Cratchit's house, the dwelling he had visited before, and found the mother and the children seated around the fire. Quiet, very quiet.
The color pierces my eyes, makes the weep like dim light, and I went to weep. I, your father for the world, must be near sign. Oh, there's your father at the door. I have known him to walk with tiny Tim upon his shoulder, very fast indeed, but he was very light to carry and thought of himself. Oh, and there's your father at the door.
Don't mind it, Father. Don't be grieved.
You went today, Robert?
Yes, my dear, I wish you could have gone, my little child, my little child.
Spectre, something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. I know it, but I know not how. Tell me who that man was with the covered face, whom we saw lying dead.
The ghost of Christmas yet to come conveyed him to a dismal churchyard. The spirit stood among the graves and pointed down to one. Scrooge crept towards it, trembling as he went, and following the finger, read upon the stone of the neglected grave, his old name, Ebenezer Scrooge.
No, Spirit! No, Spirit! Please! Please! I'm not the man I was! Why show me this if I'm past all hope? Assure me that I yet may change these shadows with an altered life. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Oh, please save me, sponge away the writing on the stone.
Holding up his hands in one last prayer to have his fate reversed, he saw an alteration in the phantom's hidden dress. A trunk collapsed and dwindled down into a bedpost. Yes, and the bedpost was his own. The bed was his own, the room was his own. Running to the window, he opened it and put out his head. No fog, no mist, no night. Clear, bright, stirring golden day.
I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three strive within me. Oh, I say it on my knees. Old Jacob Marley on my knees. They are not turned down. Rings and all, they are here. I am here. The shadows of things that would have happened may be dispelled. I know they will. I'm as light as a feather. I'm as merry as a schoolboy. I'm as giddy as a drunken man. A Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year to the world. What's today?
Today, why, Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. Do you know the market in the next street at the corner?
I sure hope I did.
What an intelligent boy. A delightful boy. Do you know whether they've sold the prize turkey hanging up there? Not the little one, the big one?
The one as big as me?
What a remarkable boy. It's a pleasure to talk to him, my buck.
It's hanging there right now.
Is it? Go and buy it and tell them to bring it here, that I may give them direction where to take it. Come back in less than 5 minutes, and I'll give you half a crown.
Yeah!
I'll send it to Bob Cratchits. He shan't know who sent it. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim.
He dressed himself all in his best and went out into the streets. He had not gone far when, coming on towards him, he beheld the portly gentleman who had walked into his counting house the day before.
Hello there, kind sir. How do you do? I hope you succeeded yesterday. It was very kind of you. A Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, that is my name, and I fear it may not be pleasant to you. Allow me to ask your pardon.
My dear sir, I don't know what to say to such kindness.
Don't say anything, please. Just come and see me. Will you come and see me?
I will.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all!
Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
he was early at the office next morning. If he could only be there first and catch Bob Cratchit coming late. Bob was full 18 minutes and a half behind his time.
What do you mean by coming at this time of day?
I'm very sorry for running behind my time.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Now, Bob, I'm not going to tolerate this sort of behavior any longer. Therefore, I'll give you a raise. I'm going to raise your salary, Bob Cratchit. Merry Christmas, Bob Cratchit, than I've given you for many a year. I'll raise your salary. Make up the fires, Bob.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city knew. And and it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well. And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone.
Are you planning to pick her up on next Sunday, take her skating, and then we'll take her to the Dickens? We'll either take her to skating or we can pick her up for skating and then go from there. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Take her skating and then.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Okay, that's a good plan. You know, I used to actually be in the